Hello everyone, welcome to Everyday Essential series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy, where we are going to discuss the essential topics from the Hindu and the Indian Express. So today, as part of this series, let us discuss the topics from 19th June 2025, where we are going to discuss about the QS World University Rankings, then Performance Grading Index 2.0, and then the Yuva Puraskar Awards and the Bal Puraskar Awards of Sahitya Academy, and fourth one Mount Denali, and finally Armenia country as part of the mapping. So starting with our first topic, that is QS World University Rankings. So why we are discussing this? This QS World University Rankings for the year 2026 has released its latest edition. That is rankings of higher education institutions across the world. So let us see the findings of these rankings. So coming to the global highlights, this university ranking have included over 1500 universities across the world, and from that the United States represented most of the universities, that is 192 universities, then followed by the United Kingdom with 90 universities and colleges, and then China in the third position with 72 universities and colleges, and India in the fourth position, fourth most represented country with 54 universities. And in this 2026 rankings, Italy made a historic breakthrough. That is, it stood for the first time in the top 100. Which country? Italy. And there was a positive shift, that is improvement also observed with respect to Germany, and greater improvement was observed with respect to Ireland. And coming to the top 10 rankings of this QS World University Rankings 2026, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT of United States of America, has bagged the first position. This is the continuing trend since the 14 years. And next second position is the Imperial College London of the United Kingdom. If we consider here 2025 and 2026, it is also the second position in both the years. And coming to the third position, this year, third position was achieved by the Stanford University of USA. And coming to its 2025 rank, it is 6th in the previous years. And coming to the fourth rank, that is University of Oxford from the United Kingdom, and the fifth rank, that is Harvard University of USA, and sixth is the University of Cambridge from United Kingdom, and seventh is the ETZ Zurich of Switzerland, and eighth is the National University of Singapore from Singapore, and ninth University College London from the United Kingdom, and 10 is the California Institute of Technology, USA. So remember this first two, MIT and the Imperial College of London bagged the first and the second rankings. First is from the USA and second is from the United Kingdom. Both achieving the same rankings, first and the second in the previous year and this year. And now coming to the Indian highlights. So where does India stand in these universities ranking? See, in India, IIT Delhi climbed 70 places and IIT Delhi stood in the first place with respect to India. So this IIT Delhi climbed 70 places in 2 years. That is, say, if we consider the 2024, its ranking is 197 and 2025 150. And now it came to 123, and so that it stood in the first rank, beating IIT Bombay. And coming to the top 10 universities with respect to India, that is IIT Delhi stood in the first place. Second is the IIT Bombay. Third is the IIT Madras. IIT Kharagpur fourth. IIC Bangalore fifth. IIT Kanpur sixth. Delhi University seventh. IIT Guwahati eighth. Roorkee ninth. And the Anna University 10th. Just remember, IIT Delhi stood in the first place and IIT Bombay in the second place. These are excellent. IIT, every year IIT Bombay used to be in the first place, but this time IIT Delhi bagged the first place. And also with respect to India, top two highest ranking institutions, this is IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay, perform better than more than 91% of the institutions featuring in this rankings university. So these top two universities perform better than the 91% of institutions, IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay. And as we discussed in the first slide itself only, that is the India represented is the fourth one. India is the fourth represented country with 54 institutions bagging ranking in this QS World University Rankings 2026. And coming to these rankings, who releases this ranking? These rankings are published annually by the London-based global higher education analytics firm Qua Simons. And in which parameters or indicators this university or this firm provides the rankings, these are those parameters. Those are the, it considers what is the academic reputation of this institution and the faculty to student ratio, the research impact, along with that international student diversity, how many international or foreign students are coming, and graduate employability also, how many graduates are going into the employment. So these are the indicators by which this firm, Quarterly Simons, ranks the universities across the world. So this is about the QS World University Rankings 2026. And moving to our second topic, that is the Performance Grading Index 2.0. So why we are discussing this? Ministry of Education recently released this Performance Grade Index 2.0 for 2022 to 2023 and the 2023 to 2024 years. Coming to the highlights or findings of this report, see here, this report grades the states according to by giving up to 10 grades out of 1000 points. See, these are the 1000 points and it divides into 10 grades for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. The first place, if any state scores between 91% to 100%, that is 941 to 1000, it is placed in the Daksh grade. And the second one is Utkarsh grade. And the third one is Ati Uttam. And the fourth one is Uttam. Fifth one is Prachesta 1, sixth is the Prachesta 2, seventh is the Prachesta 3, Akanshi 1 is the 8th, Akanshi 2 is the ninth, and last one is the Akanshi 3. And here, with respect to this Performance Grade Index 2.0, none of the state or the union territory achieved this top 4 grades. That is, none of the state or the union territory scored between this scored 760 or above 760. That means achieved, none of the states achieved this top 4 grades. And this grading started from this Prachesta 1, that is Chandigarh stood in the first place, that is top performer with rank or the score 719. So that it included in the Prachesta 1, that is the 5th grade. Chandigarh also bagged the 5th grade, so that it stood in the top performer. And the next one is the lowest performer. Coming to the lowest performer, Meghalaya stood in this Akanshi 3 grade and bagged as the lowest performer. And coming to the improvement, 24 states and UTs witnessed the improvement in the indicators. And also coming to the declining trends, 12 states and union territories saw the declining trends compared to the previous PGI, Performance Grading Index. Now coming to this Performance Grading Index, this was launched in 2017 as Performance Grading Index 1.0 and later revamped as Performance Grading Index 2.0 in the year 2021. This is released by the Department of School Education and Literacy under Ministry of Education. So what is this PGI does? It is a tool which provides insights on the status of school education in states and the union territories. So this PGI act as a tool to provide insights on the status. So how the this PGI structure is comprised of total weightage of 1000 points and across 73 indicators. These 73 indicators are grouped under 2 categories, that is outcome and the second one is the governance and the management. So it weights the states and union territories of 1000 points across 73 indicators And these 73 indicators are categorized into two categories. That is, first one is the outcome and the governance and the management. And in this also, these two categories are further divided into six domains. Those are learning outcomes, the access to the education, infrastructural and facilities, equity, governance processes, and teacher education and training. So, by measuring across these domains, this PGI will give or will rank the states according to these domains under these two categories. And from where this PGI utilizes data, it utilizes data from the UDICE Plus. That is the Unified District Information System for the Education Plus, and also the National Achievement Survey NAS. And next one is from the PM Poshan portal. And also from the Prabandh portal. And finally, the Vidyanjali portal also. So, by accessing or by utilizing data from these portals, that is the UDICE Place, National Achievement Survey, PM Poshan portal, Prabandh portal, and the Vidyanjali portal, this PGI will assess the rankings of the states and university with respect to the status of education in those states and union territories. Now moving to our third topic, that is Yuva Puraskar Awards 2025 and the Bal Puraskar Awards 2025 of the Sahitya Academy. So why we are discussing this? It announced the names of 23 writers for Yuva Puraskar and the 24 writers for the Bal Puraskar Awards. So what is this award? Yuva Puraskar Awards. So this award was instituted in the year 2011. This Yuva Puraskar Award was instituted in the year 2011, and this literary honor recognizes young writers under 35 years of age for their outstanding works in any of the 24 major Indian languages. Here, 24 major Indian languages include 22 languages in the 8th schedule plus English and Rajasthani. And for this 2025 year, this year, no award was granted for the Dogri language. Remember, for this year 2025, there was no Yuva Puraskar award for this Dogri language. And this Yuva Puraskar award will be presented across six categories. Those are 9 for poetry, 5 for novel, 4 for short stories, and 3 for criticism, 1 for essay, and 1 for the epic. Now coming to the Bhal Puraskar Awards. These awards were instituted in the year 2010. And this award recognizes excellence in children's literature, aimed at readers of age 9 to 16 years, written in any 24 major Indian languages. That is the 22 languages from the 8th schedule and English and the Rajasthan. This Bal Puraskar Awards excludes the translations and anthologies. This award is not given for the any translations and the anthologies. And for 2025, this Bal Puraskar Award is given for 24 authors under 7 categories. Those are 8 for the poetry, 5 for the stories, 4 for the short stories and novels, and 1 for the drama, 1 for the articles, and 1 for the plays. And each award, this Yuva Puraskar and the Bal Puraskar honors, each winner will get a casket containing an engraved copper plaque. And a cash award of 50,000 rupees, Indian rupees. Now coming to the Sahitya Academy. Who gives these awards? The Yuva Puraskar and the Bal Puraskar awards, that the Sahitya Academy, right? So this Sahitya Academy is a autonomous body registered under the Ministry of Culture, and it was established in the year 1954 as a registered under the Societies Registration Act 1860. And the Sahitya Academy is the India's National Academy of Letters. This is also called as the India's National Academy of Letters. And it is the only institution that promotes literary activities across the 24 Indian languages. Remember, the Sahitya Academy gives awards for the 24 Indian languages, and it is an autonomous body under the Ministry of Culture. Now moving to our fourth topic, that is Mount Denali. So why we are discussing this? See, there was a mountaineer named Sheikh Hassan Khan. He is from Kerala, 38-year-old mountaineer from Kerala. He was on a mission to scale the highest peaks of all 7 continents. But when he went to this Mount Denali, he sent a SOS message after being trapped in the severe snowstorm on this Mount Denali, which is the tallest peak in the North America. So that's why we are discussing about this Mount Denali. See, this Mount Denali is the highest peak in the North America with a elevation of this 20,310 feet. And here the Koyukon people resides on this mountain. And this Mount Denali, the name was given by this Koyukon people. And in the year 1896, a gold prospector named it as the Mount McKinley. A gold prospector named this Mount Denali as the Mount McKinley in support of the then presidential candidate William McKinley. And this William McKinley was the 25th president of the United States. And this Mount McKinley was officially recognized from 1917 to until 2015. The Mount Denali name was the Mount McKinley from 1917 to 2015 under the name of the 25th president of this United States, that is William McKinley. And in August 2015, the Obama government has again changed this name to Mount Denali in the year 2015. But now, on January 24th, 2025, again, the Trump administration has changed this mountain name to Mount McKinley. So remember, this Mount McKinley or Mount Denali is the same, and it is the highest mountain peak in the North America with having an elevation of up to 20,310 feet. It is located in the Alaska Range in the interior United States. And it is the third most prominent and also the third isolated peak on Earth after the Mount Everest and the Mount Aconcagua. This mountain is a granitic pluton, mostly having the pink quartz monazite. So this is about the Mount Denali or the Mount McKinley. Now moving to our country, that is Armenia. So why we are discussing this? As part of this war between the Iran and the Israel, India launched Operation Sindhu, right? Operation Sindhu to evacuate the stranded Indians from the Iran, right? So this Operation Sindhu is utilizing Armenia Passage, that is through the Nurduz-Agarak border crossing. Our Indian government is evacuating Indians from this Iran. So let's see about the Armenia. It is a landlocked country in the West Asia. See, it is a landlocked country. It is bordered by the Iran. See, from here, it is the Norduz Agarak border crossing. From here, the Indians are evacuating Iran to Armenia, and from Armenia, we are lifting them to New Delhi under this Operation Sindhu. This Armenia is bordered by Iran on its south, Azerbaijan on its east, Georgia on its north, and Turkey on its west. And its capital is the Yerevan. And it's also situated south of the Caucasus Mountains, and its highest peak is known as this Mount Aragat. Official language is the Armenian, and the Christianity is the official religion. This Armenia is also the developing economy. And this Artsakh, here Artsakh, it is also known as this Nagorno-Karabakh. 'Nagorno-Karabakh'. 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 'Nagorno-Karabak Nagorno-Karabakh, it is a disputed area between the Azerbaijan and the Armenia. So that's all for today. Thank you.